Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Eek coming at you again with another FL Studio tutorial. This no, this is Eek coming at you live. Not really live. I'm doing my own drum synthesis series things. It's just things that I've kind of like discovered and tried to test it out on my own, and I just wanted to share the knowledge, I guess. But yeah, making your own drum samples is like super rewarding, and you're like, yes, I can make cool stuff. And I don't know, it's just like you just kind of have to know what you're doing a little bit. I watched Seamless make it. I was like, it's one of his live streams or one of his doing stuffs where he was trying to make a kick or something. But it's basically all sine waves. It's all have to do with sine waves and resampling and all that shit. Resampling. I said resampling weird. Let's do one from scratch. I have like a project set up where I have like my layers like ready to go, like white noise and like claps and stuff. I do like vintage claps for like layers to get like some mid information. But it's all about sine waves, and we'll start from scratch and we'll use Sytrus. Seamless said put the sine wave out of phase to give it a little bit more snap with the kick and the snare. But we're going to make a snare today. That's what I should have said in the first place. And we want to disable this ratio, this ×2, this multiplier frequency ratio thing. Put it to 0. And we want to focus on the hertz that we're dealing with. But since we're making a snare, it's going to be higher in pitch. That's pitch. So we're going to do envelopes on volume and the pitch. But we want to put our pitch envelope amount really high up. I forget what kind of octave range it goes through. I believe it's 4 for this pitch envelope. We'll see how it sounds, and if it sounds okay, then we'll get in there and we'll have a good time. I think it's like when you start with the hertz that you start with right here is the top, and then it goes down. That's what I'm assuming. So that's probably right. And you just kind of shape this pitch envelope, and you can put it all the way down and then find the range that you kind of want in the hertz. It's a little too low. See, it's like really high. Let's put a volume envelope on there. Now this might be a little too high. I just use my ear for most of this. So I guess it floats around like 200 hertz. That's where we want the fundamental tone of the snare to be. To 500 to, it depends what kind of snare you want. Let's just do like a basic like dubstep snare. So let's bring it down, bringing it down. Maybe. Let's take a look. A little lower. Let's bring her down to about feels right. Okay. Let's rock with that. You can get more snappiness by bringing the tension back up, or you can even like make some like weirdness, like weird fucking snares with like just put it on the step edit mode with a little pencil in the bottom right. You get some like nice textures or like different shit going on. It's going really fast, so you can't like it doesn't destroy it. It's just something different to do. I like that. And sometimes I'll like even modulate itself in this operator one right here, just to get some more overtones going. So next I'll add some distortion. And And this is just literally to taste. Just a little bit. Just to kind of add some like a little bit of dirt to it. And then I'll add Maximus for compression. It's all about like distorting a little bit, compressing, and then resampling, and then distorting, and then layering, and then compressing. But we'll get into that in a little bit. So it has some low end. Some people don't like low end in their snares, their dubstep snares. I'm basically just expanding it by just taking this little dot in the middle and just dragging it across the 0 dB mark. And the high end doesn't matter too much, but all right, that's a okay tone. What I'll do now is I'll record this out. So I have this play. That length is okay. I'll grab it. I'll grab the fundamental tone, throw it into my drum folder that I have set up over here. And there she is. And then I'll bring it back in as a sample. Now it has some like space. Edison does that for some reason. They'll have a little bit of space in the beginning. Just trim the edges. That's all you need to do. Trim the edges with this knob over here. So, because like every little millisecond like counts when you're making snares and kicks and shit. So we have our fundamental tune, and then I'll just throw it back in the same bus that we were creating it in. Maybe no distortion. And I noticed this, that if you take your peak and like sharpen it like that and put it up, you'll get a more of a ringing, like realistic snare ringing sound to it. And that can sound kind of cool. Okay, so I think it's about time we add some layering. So I will do some white noise. I can either get white noise that I've just made before, or use Sytrus that I have going right here, and I put a volume envelope on it. So yeah, let's just do that. See what it sounds like. Alright, I'll put that white noise in. Now I can either put it in its own tab or its own bus and then EQ it and mess with it in there, or I can put it in the same one. Sometimes I like putting it in the same so it fits better. I don't know. The high end is a little aggressive. And we can just turn down the white noise. It's not bad. Let's add like a clap. I have this clap from Vengeance going, and that just adds a little bit more to it. Like high end wise and like more snappiness. Just like random other drums that I've made. But you have to like tune in a little bit or mess with the pitch. Mess with the white noise volume envelope. I think this sounds a little dumb. That adds a little bit more snap to it. And then on the master, I can continue to sculpt it. Okay, and I'll put OTT on it. See how it starts to become your dreams. Mess with the depth, mess with what's going on with the high, mid, and low knobs over here. I put the mids exaggerating a little bit. Increase the depth. Maybe a little bit of distortion. See, it's a little too crazy. Now I'm gonna work on like the pitch again with the fundamental tone. Let's put on the white noise. There we go. See, we brought the pitch down a little bit. That feels about right for me. And then we can put a volume envelope on the tone here. And maybe this white noise can be short. Let's say that's okay. And then we can like sculpt it a little bit more, exaggerate that fundamental tone. Maybe make it a little crispier. We can even add some like weird noises, like foley or just like a hi-hat or just something weird, like maybe even like a vocal sample. Like it doesn't matter. It's like it gives it like another layer of like something interesting going on. So I'll try to bring out the mids more in this compression. That's okay. Then I'm going to bounce it out one last time. I guess you can do this as many times as you want. But we'll do it one last time. Throw it in there. Continue to, we got to trim it a little bit because it always has a little space there. I don't know why. I don't know how you can fix that. If someone knows, let me know. So man, we can like, and then this is our final like layered sample, and then we can edit it even further, like taking it down or a little too low with the pitch, mess with the pitch. Throw it back in the same thing that we've been doing, the same bus, or like layer it with the same shit that we had. That might be a little weird. That might be okay. So basically, I would just keep doing that, adding layers, sculpting just the frequencies every time I resample, keep adding like weird stuff. I don't like just random shit, random foley or anything really. Yeah, so it's all about just like getting your sine wave that goes doop or whatever, layer it with like claps and hi-hats and all kind of like high frequency stuff, and make it put the mid range in there a little bit, like with some like claps, or just exaggerate the mid range of the white noise. I don't know. You want it to like fill out. So you have your tone, you have like your mid range, you have your like high end. You want to like fill out all the frequencies and just so add a bunch of shit, experiment with it, have fun. And yeah, and then compress it, and then bounce it out, and then do it again, and do it again. Hopefully you learn some stuff about snares and how to get them. Yeah, I'll try to do a kick tutorial at some point. It's basically the same thing without any layers and just lower. But I'll try to do that sometime soon. But yeah, hopefully you learn anything. Let me know if you have any questions, and you have a lovely day. Peace.